Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I am Crypto Kip, and today we got some juicy stories for the CRO fam. There are huge updates for the Cronos ecosystem. The prices have been going wild. FTX scandals continue. And of course, I'm joined by my awesome, excellent partner in crime, Blacksea. How you doing?
Great to be here, guys. Super excited to give you this info and the crazy stories that have been going on the past few days in crypto.
Oh man, we got a wild ride, CRO fam. I see everybody smashing up the like button in the chat. I mean, guys, there is so much to talk about, and awesome pumping prices. I mean, it is just absolutely exciting. Slay Maven, good to have you. Benny Blue Eyes, Francisco Gabriel. Buckle up, guys. Texas Crypto, good to see you. Let's get into the content. Let's take a peek at the charts, guys. Make sure you do subscribe. When we hit 10,000 subscribers on the channel, we're giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin to one lucky subscriber, and we are almost at 7K subs, so it's getting close, guys. Looking forward to giving that away and more giveaways for the CRO fam to come. Well, let's take a peek here at these charts. So absolutely wonderful to see here, guys, but crypto is flying. We are almost at $1 trillion market cap. Matter of fact, Blacksea, we got to check it out. Did we hit the trillion? It looks like we got really close. We are just about to break above $1 trillion. So what I want to say here is that is going to be a big resistance. You know, this is one that I don't hear a lot of people talking about right now, but let's just look back in time here for crypto overall. I mean, look at the time when we broke above $1 trillion, it dipped back down, and then it went up. You know, do you think there's a chance, Blacksea, that we could see something like that again? Or do you think we're just tired of these downward prices and it's back to the races?
You know, I think that if we break past $1 trillion, there's going to be kind of a FOMO, a little mini FOMO moment in crypto. And I think that you're going to see a lot of things start to run. You might even see Bitcoin dominance kind of go up a little bit higher. It might suck up some of the liquidity from the altcoins, and it might have a big move. I really think that that's a possibility if we break the $1 trillion market cap on Bitcoin.
That's a great call. And as you can see here, Bitcoin dominance is up. You're exactly right. 41.3%. Ethereum dominance is up as well, which we're going to talk a little bit about Ethereum dominance in a second. Got a great point that I was talking about with Blacksea. Something that we got to take a look at. Something that I don't see a lot of people talking about as well. But let's look at some of these top gainers. First of all, got to note, I mean, what a comeback story for Solana. Solana's still trending, still hanging on to a strong price, but this was one of the biggest gainers here. Absolutely ripping up. This was a huge pump. And if you look at the last 7 days and the top gainers, undoubtedly Solana. Yeah, there we go. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth top performing coin in the market. You know, people were saying it was dead. I was scared myself, but Blacksea, I mean, is this thing hanging in? Is this going to make all-time highs, or is it too soon to tell?
You know, I think that there's definitely a good chance that we kind of capitulate down. I think a lot of it, honestly, has to do with the macroeconomics of kind of where the S&P 500 is going to go. I think that if the S&P 500 breaks above the resistance that it's playing around with, I think we're going to have a very large risk-on asset rally. And if that's the case, I mean, you know the drill. When risk-on flies, then Bitcoin's going to fly, all the altcoins are going to fly. But I will say that we are hitting some resistance on Solana, and I think that Solana probably could come down. Probably not anything ridiculous, but maybe to like $19, $18 if we get rejected off of the resistance on the S&P 500.
Yeah, no, I mean, we got to look at all the markets here. I will say this. I mean, we feel like it's a bottom here in the market. Look, this isn't financial advice, guys, but we're just calling it as we see it. You know what? Anything could happen in crypto market. You got to be on the lookout for the scam wicks, but you got to look at it all. You got to look at the S&P 500. You got to look at the DXY, right? You got to look at the price of the dollar. The price of the dollar is falling right now, which is great to see. But I personally do want to call out, you know, we're seeing these markets pump. The FOMC meeting's coming up at the end of the month, at the beginning of the next month, and I think that's going to be a big catalyst for this market. I'm looking for more upside leading up to that. How about you?
Yeah, you know, I think that's a very good point. I'm really curious to see what the Federal Reserve has to say. I mean, you know how it goes when Jerome starts open his yap. Sometimes some crazy things happen in the market.
Yep, it's almost a guarantee. And by the way, guys, like leverage trading can be a great tool, and I see a lot of people like to leverage trade around that news. Very, very dangerous to do. To your point, Blacksea, when Jerome Powell opens up his mouth, you can see like every time Bitcoin, every time Jerome Powell speaks, even if it's going to be something bullish, even if it is something bullish, even if it is more dovish, you know, moving away from that hawkish stance, even if it's good news, the market inevitably always dips when he speaks. And it's a scam wick typically. And if it's bullish news, maybe the market's going to go up the next day and 2 days later. But be careful if you are leverage trading around that. Very low leverage. Use your stop losses, guys. If you do want to open up a leverage trade before that, leading up to it, or after it, we do have a free sign-up bonus for BitGet in the link for you guys if you do want to check that out. But be careful, okay? Please be careful. Ethereum broke $1,600 the other day. That was awesome to see. 7 days, 21% gains for Bitcoin. That is huge. It's a $400 billion market cap. It went up $100 billion over the last month. That is mind-boggling gains. And so many other projects, guys. Binance was very, very close the other day to $300. Oh, actually, look at that. Binance is at $300. That was a big, big resistance, similar to the $1 trillion market cap for crypto overall. Polygon had great gains. Solana with massive gains, obviously. And of course, Crocoin is having insane gains. Also, 23.19%. Crow fam, let's see some fire in the chat. Let's see some fire in the comments, guys. Let's light this fire under Cronos. A lot of great news I want to share with you guys. It was just at 8 cents earlier today. I do expect to see it very soon in short order. Get back to 12, 15 cents. I think it's fair value. Be on the lookout, guys.
Yeah, let's get to that fair value, that 12 to 15 cent range. That's definitely my next target I'm keeping a close eye on.
Let me pull the chart up for you, Blacksea. I want you to talk a little bit about this chart because this has been a pun. And we're going to talk about some of the news that drove some of this price action. But this chart is looking mighty, mighty tasty right now. It is arguably, I mean, we've been calling the bottom, guys. We've been calling the bottom on the channel, but 12, 15 cents, inevitably we'll get there. But, you know, looking at a chart like this, Blacksea, I mean, do you have a timeline you'd like to see, a healthy timeline? You know,
I keep having my mind focused, and my attention is focused. Really, I know it might sound boring, but you know, focused on the S&P 500, because if we break above that resistance level that we're at, guys, fair value is going to happen in a couple weeks, really. But if we get rejected off it, well, then we could just play around in this area and slowly stair step our way up to the fair value. In my videos every day, I usually talk about how I'm seeing what is good. I'm happy with what I'm seeing with the Crocoin price. We are slowly stair stepping up back to fair value because we're buying. We're spending a lot of time in the green, a little time in the red. A lot of the time in the green, a little time in the red. That's basically what stair stepping is. And it's a bullish continuation off of the bottom. And I think that we're going to get to fair value in no time. It probably will be accelerated come the FOMC meeting when Jerome talks. And if he's a little bit dovish, then the S&P 500 breaks the resistance and we'll fly. We'll get there sooner.
I'm looking forward to it. I was very excited to see some of these candles broke. Do you see this little red candle here? These wicks. Great to see that broke above that. I want a couple weeks of green, but I agree. We do need some stair step. Nothing goes straight up, guys. So, you know what? Look, bull market really should be coming in 2024, right? It's the Bitcoin halvings roughly in March of 2024. And so 2023 is just leading us up to that event. Overall, I'm looking at upside, but we do have to keep in mind Fed chair, the S&P, macroeconomics, and no, you know, it's not full on off to the races bull run yet. So I'm with you, Blacksea. I'm just excited to see this price finally moving. But let's talk a little bit about this. Crow fam, I don't know if you guys have been watching DeFi Llama, but you need to look at this tool. What it shows you guys is the total value locked up in all chains. When people talk about 16 million Ether staked right now, this is what they're talking about. The amount of money that is staked in these projects. If you guys are using Jerry's Pool or Finland or whatever staking, wherever you're staking your Crow in the crypto.com DeFi app on the crypto.org chain, this is what this is talking about, guys, and a couple of these other protocols as well. But this is what it's talking about. And what you're looking at here, and I want to highlight this for you guys, a thought I had earlier. This is Bitcoin dominance in 2020, or excuse me, this is Ethereum dominance in 2020. It was up to 93.58% of all the total value locked up in DeFi was in Ethereum. Over time, this is coming down. Now, I'm not saying that Ethereum's going away and Ethereum's going to be irrelevant. If you're not buying Ethereum, in my opinion, you're probably making a mistake. It's almost guaranteed to go up so long as crypto continues to exist, right? But what I want to show you guys is the dominance is coming down over time. And what does that mean for everything else? Well, it means that the dominance for everything else is going up. This isn't that Ethereum's losing the amount of total value locked up. Overall, there is more and more money being locked up into Ethereum. But what you need to understand is increasingly so, more and more people are getting into Binance chain. Binance was almost at zero in 2020. It's at zero. It's at 0.00 something percent. Now it makes up 8.61 of all the value locked up. And Cronos is at 1.71% of all the total value locked up in DeFi. And this is fractional. I'm telling you guys, over time, looking at the fact that Cronos is at rank number 9 right now, I'm looking at this hitting the top 5 one day. I'm just feeling super bullish on Cronos. You saw Binance take market share. Given that Cronos is one of the biggest DeFi projects with the biggest fam, and the crypto.com exchange is one of the strongest exchanges in the market right now. The FTX fallout knocked a lot of players on their back. Blacksea, I mean, is this feasible for you? Do you see what I'm seeing with this total value locked up?
Yeah, I think that there's a great opportunity for Cronos DeFi just because the fact of the gas fees for Ethereum, and not everybody can afford the $100, $300, even sometimes thousands of dollars in gas fees when you're moving a substantial amount of money around. And when it comes to Cronos, Solana, some other of these chains where, the gas fees are pennies, guys. It's a competitor, and you can see based on this chart that the Ethereum DeFi it's losing its edge a little bit. I mean, sure, don't get me wrong, it has a massive stake. 60% is the majority, of course.
Right.
But I think as you see time go on, you're going to see a little bit more of a leveling out. And I think that Cronos has a great opportunity to move up in the ranks, make some people some money, and better its own technology.
Yep, and I think the NFT ecosystem and the transactions per second and the fees are a big part of that equation. You got to look at the entire ecosystem, and right now the fees on Ethereum are outrageous still, even with the upgrades and the Shanghai upgrades coming soon, which is exciting to see. And Ethereum's not going anywhere, guys. I'm not fudding Ethereum by any means. I'm just saying I'm buying Ethereum for sure, but I'm excited about my Cronos coins and Binance token, some of these other projects, Solana, because these are taking market share in terms of, people are looking for other things other than just investing in kind of the king of DeFi, right? People are looking, hey, if I want to trade NFTs, maybe you're going to Solana, even though it's crazy right now. Maybe you're going to Cronos right now. Maybe you're even going to Polygon. Now, some people are going to Polygon, not as exciting in the Polygon network, but how big do you think it could be? I mean, it's still such in the infancy, Cronos is, and Solana is such a dominant player in that, but do you think there's space for more competitors in that as well?
I think that come the next bull run, when we start having FOMO, you're going to see new projects come in, and this is the name of the game in the Bitcoin cycles and the crypto cycles. You see brand new players come into the space being competitive, and honestly, we welcome that because competition brings better technology, guys, and better technology brings mass adoption. And honestly, when there's competitors, it kind of forces CRO and the crypto.com team to work harder and just better their technology, better their company. And I want to see that because the better that they work on their company, the better it benefits us, guys.
Yep. And there's a lot of great projects, guys. There's a lot of great projects, I'm sure. And we're just going to briefly look at this. You know what? As Cronos goes up, the coins in its ecosystem are going to go up. Yesterday, I did a video about some of my favorite projects in the Cronos ecosystem. I did my top 5, guys. There's a lot of great projects in this ecosystem and a lot of great projects on Solana and in Binance, right? You're looking at all the different swaps. Maybe you're looking at Serum. Maybe you're looking at Pancake Swap. Maybe you're looking at some of these coins on all these ecosystems, but Tectonic is one of the biggest players you cannot ignore in this ecosystem. Look, it's still way down, but over the last month, as the people that were taking their tax advantages and selling off at the end of last year, they're buying back in. crypto's moving up, and these coins are going to move with it. VVS Finance moving as well. I mean, how much upside do you see for these? And do you think that there's still going to be other players that we don't even know exist yet that are coming into this space?
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a lot more projects popping up on the Cronos space because I see the Crow fam growing. I see the activity on Twitter and I love it. And I see that, the bigger that gets, the more likely developers are going to build on the Cronos chain. And I think there's gonna be new competitors. But how much on the upside? I mean, some of these, like Tectonic is a small market cap coin, believe it or not. And there's definitely a great chance that it 100x's, maybe even more. And that's not financial advice, guys, but it is a possibility. And it's honestly more of a, I would say it has a higher probability than a lot of the other coins to do something like that.
Yep. And I want to shout out, so real quick, got a couple people in the chat. Nazar asking, can you lose your crow if you stake with a validator? I haven't seen that happen. Crypto is crypto. Anything can happen, but at this point, I have not seen that happen. Staking, in my experience,
I would like to say something about it. If you are a validator, if you are running a node and you put your money, your crow into that validator to run that validator, and it does go down, you do get penalized. And if it goes off for good, yes, you do lose your crow. But that does not mean that the people staking on your node lose their crow.
There you go. And I got to put something else out there, and I'm not trying to FUD Jerry's pool. I have a lot of my crow in Jerry's pool, but any new crow that I'm buying, I'm actually not putting it in Jerry's pool. I'm not withdrawing from Jerry's pool, but I'm not putting it in Jerry's pool, and here's why, guys. Crypto and decentralization go together like a spaghetti and a meatball, okay? That's what we want, guys. We want decentralization in crypto, and these validators are, some of them are getting huge, right? You don't want them to make up majority of all your crow being staked in one. And so Jerry's pool right now is getting on the verge of being a giant. There's a couple others. I'm not fudding only. Just keep an eye out on the majority, like how much of the pool that it actually makes up. And you want to make sure that we're diversifying as a community into other pools because we do not want to risk Cronos getting too centralized. A lot of people talk about Jerry's pool. It's been very great. The fees are great, they're very low. The APY is great, but there's a lot of great ones out there. And so make sure you do your research and make sure that that's something you take a look at, guys, because I want to make sure that we're keeping this community strong and safe and we're not getting overly centralized. And it's still in its infancy. There's a lot more to come. And this is something I want to talk about. Cronos upgrade, guys. I was going to talk about this. Blacksea and I are going to come to you guys with the latest and greatest in this. In one day now. This was yesterday. They tweeted this out. Tomorrow, folks. Tomorrow. This is going to be huge. V1.0 Galileo launched yesterday. On this news, Cronos did become a top gainer in the crypto markets, and it was probably on the back of this news. If you're wondering why Cronos is pumping, well, A, crypto is going up. B, this upgrade's coming. And what does this mean? Faster transactions per second. This is going to be huge, and this is going to incentivize more developers to come to this network. The low fees on Cronos are great, but faster transactions only makes it much more attractive. And what I love to see, Blacksea, is the timing of this announcement. How about it?
Yeah, right when we start having a pump, hey guys, look at us, look over here, look over here. That's what we need. And I think that's great marketing, and I think it's super, super smart. I will give credit where it's due, and Cronos marketing team does a fantastic job at marketing.
Absolutely.
Even with their teams doing with FIFA World Cup, I could go on and go on and go on. They're doing a myriad of different things, but the timing of this is huge, and I think it's really important. I think people kind of, think of so what, the technology is better. Like, what does that mean really? Well, if they are increasing the transaction per second, I will say that probably means that there's more crow getting burned. And the more crow that gets burned, well, guess what, guys? It's supply and demand. If crow is getting burned, your investment is going to increase in value. So that is also a massive thing to keep an eye on.
Very, very exciting. Oh, I haven't even been thinking about the crow burns. The crow burns. Ooh, I'm just waiting. What if they give us a tasty, huge burn? That would be absolutely spectacular. I would love to see that. And the Crow fam would love to see it. And I'm looking at the Crow fam right now in the chat, Blacksea, and I'll throw this one at you. This was a great question. Some of these guys are new, right? There's newcomers to this crypto space. And so we're not just for some of the old timers, right? Some of the people that have been here since 2016 like us, but Pistol Pete, I'm calling you out. At Pistol Pete asks, I bought CRO 2 days ago. Can someone explain to me why such a massive firm costs so cheap? They have insane partners. They absolutely do. But Blacksea, you want to lay it out for them? You know, why is the price of CRO only pennies?
Well, it really comes down to just market cap, really, and the amount of coins they have. There is a equation basically, so that's why you have coins like Bitcoin. There's only 21 million in supply, and we're trading at, say, what are we at right now? 20,000.
Right.
But now for a CRO coin, what is their crypto kip? There's like 220 billion. How
Yep.
much is it?
Billions.
Something.
Yep.
Yeah, billions. Yeah. Okay. The CRO coin, there's billions of coins. So based on the money that's invested is the value of that coin, and that's why we're much lower. But I will say that I do think it's very, very undervalued. I think we definitely fair value right now in the bear market is 12 cents, but fair value in a bull market, we're talking $1 easily come next bull market.
Yep. With how new the project really is and the Cronos chain, Pistol Pete, I think there's such massive upside, but it is reasonably priced. I think the fair value, which we talk about all the time, is more 12, 15 cents right now. But as crypto goes up, I'd like to see this thing hit the top 10. I'd like to see this thing hit top 10, guys, for sure. I just feel great about it. I really do. If you guys have any questions for us, by the way, make sure you guys do leave us super chats. Leave some questions in the comments. We appreciate all the support, guys. We do have merch for all the diamond handers there. Blacksea, you set up some merch. What do we got down below if anybody wants any of that action?
We got different logos of some Diamond Hand Club. We got a shirt, a sweatshirt, all that jazz. Just one logo, one design. If there's more designs you guys want to see, please let us know.
Yes, please let us know. And we do have a Discord now. If you are a member on the channel and you did become a member, there's a link for that in the description down below as well. We'd like to talk with you guys on Discord. Give us suggestions of the kind of merch that you'd like to see from us. Maybe, I don't know, should we do a crypto Kip shirt with the
with the emoji? Yeah,
oh,
sure.
We should do a SBF clown shirt.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh man. You know what? Actually, Benny Blue Eyes, we owe you an SBF clown emoji. It's coming. It's coming, Crow fam. We'll get there. Mr. Plant Profit, good to see you. Got a lot of folks here in the chat. Good to have you guys here. Make sure you smash up a like. But no doubt, Crypto.com is one of the leading cryptocurrency platforms in the market. And I got to give a big thank you to FTX for, kind of taking a back seat at least. And look, Binance and Crypto.com are two of the strongest. Now, it was a disaster. We had a lot of crypto fallout. It wasn't a good thing. But Crypto.com survived this bank run, folks. We survived a bank run. Everybody was flooding all these exchanges. We survived. This is the most ridiculous breaking story I've ever seen during this entire bear market. To be honest with you, this is the craziest story I've seen in crypto maybe ever, in my opinion.
I would agree with that.
Chat, you guys should be going wild right now in the chat. Congress's FTX problem. 1 in 3 members of Congress got cash money, guys, from crypto exchange bosses. The session began in Congress with 196 U.S. lawmakers who took direct contributions from Sam Bankman-Fried and other former FTX executives. Guys.
You mean they took bribes?
Bribes! Briefcases of money. This is something that you see from Al Capone. I watched a movie the other day about this corrupt body that was actually bribing congressmen and senators with briefcases of money to build a casino in some state. It was actually a Ponzi scheme. And this might as well have been an FTX story. This is the exact story. This was a movie. We're watching a movie play out in real. How terrible is this?
I think this is absolutely absurd. I'm like baffled by this, but at the same time, it totally makes sense based on how the mainstream media is handling this man SBF and how they're being gentle with him. They're being gentle with this guy because guess what? He's lining the pockets of the most powerful people in the world. So what do you expect? Put my tinfoil hat on, but
Take that
depending
hat
on
off.
who you know, yeah, I know, right? It's facts. It's really literally facts.
It's
It's
here.
corruption. It's literally corruption, and it's a shame, but 1 in 3 members. One
One
in
in three.
three members.
196.
1 in 3 members. That's
Yeah.
absolutely absurd.
Ah, my face is melting. Guys, guys, come on. This is ridiculous. I mean, it's so obvious. Now, look, here's the good news. Here's the good news, Crow fam. Okay, so smash up the like button for this. Smash up the like for this. This is out of the way, okay? And we're going to get some regulation, which, maybe you're not smashing up for regulation, but you should smash up the like button for getting past regulation. We need this to never happen again, okay? These members of Congress, look, if you think that the government is a bunch of saints, well then, you got to open your eyes. Look, the government ain't perfect, okay? And this isn't the first time the government's accepted bribes, okay? You talk about pharmaceutical companies, you talk about this, that, lobbying parties are basically legal bribes, okay? So this isn't the first time we've seen this, but this is the first time we've seen this openly in crypto, and I hope that it's the last, okay? But what you got to understand is, this is going to force regulation to come in a big way. After regulation comes in a big way, that's the green light for the everyday investor to say, oh, it's approved by the government, I should buy it now, and institutions will come flocking in. And B, this shows you that Congress clearly sees an opportunity to make money in crypto. And so thanks for the super chat, Slay Maven. Much appreciated. Appreciate the support, guys, Crow fam. This gives us the opportunity, guys, to actually get past this. And the Congress, hey, they got paid. Looks like they do like crypto after all. So in a sick and twisted way, bullish? Bullish?
I don't know. It's definitely, like the people joke about like Bitcoin maximalists being bullish when anything bad happens. But I will say that the government being more and more intertwined with crypto. Sure, I'm bullish on that. Sure. The government regulating crypto into the ground. No, I'm not bullish on that.
Yeah.
It's a give and a take, but I think there's positive and negatives definitely.
Yeah. I just don't think they're gonna run it into the ground. Like I get the fear. I have the fear. A lot of people have the fear, but look, you're not going to cut off the money flow. This is why the government, it's the same thing we talk about the taxes all the time. American government ain't going to miss out on crypto taxes, okay? They're not going to miss out on a Crow fam. So we're looking at crypto.com. We're looking at Binance, leading exchanges in the industry right now. FTX is a problem, but
I think that, now that FTX is out of the picture, kind of, even though we're still talking about it, seems like it will never, ever go away. These guys, these congressmen and these players and these politicians are going to be ready for some more money. Crypto Kip, you and I have talked about this before, that they're going to be ready for Binance to step in to line their pockets, Crypto.com to come in and step in and line their pockets, and all these other exchanges. So, you know what? I am a little bullish on that.
Yeah. Well, we know that Binance, we've talked about it, is, and I'll go over, we'll get to that in a second, but Binance is also joining lobbying firms. But real quick, just going to zip through this really fast, guys, but look, FTX came out with an announcement trying to cover up for these politicians, essentially saying 450 million of crypto was hacked. Look, maybe there was hacks, but we know where the money went. We just saw it. Congressman got paid. Sam Bankman-Fried was buying mansions. This ain't no secret. This is ridiculous. And if it was hacked, it was probably people at FTX. And also, they recovered $5.5 billion in liquid assets. They still face substantial shortfall. Looking at this and into this story very quick, the story goes, after lawmakers receive, actually here, I want to read this right here. CoinDesk has identified 196 members of Congress, many of whom were just sworn in last week, who took cash from Sam Bankman-Fried or FTX, a crypto exchange that filed for bankruptcy. This is crazy, but they end up going on and saying, asking what these lawmakers are actually going to do with the money. And some of them said they were handed it over to charities to remove the taint of the contributions, which is like, I got caught, and so I dropped the coins from my hand. And then other people say, oh yeah, I'm going to put it into a fund to compensate FTX victims.
Yeah.
Do you think we're ever going to see actual data and actual facts and
Come
proof of
on.
any of this?
Yeah, like come on, right? Like
No.
you see that and you're like, all right, prove it. Prove it. Let's see the paperwork behind that. Let's publish that. Like,
This is
come
crazy.
on. They're just trying to cover up. They're not gonna give that money back.
No.
Like, no way.
No. No. And Pistol Pete, I saw you had a comment. What's big for CRO tomorrow? Cronos chain upgrade, my friend. Faster transactions per second. So this is just, like you said earlier, Blacksea, this is just a never-ending story. More to come, but just glad to see the crypto markets aren't falling on account of it. And here's the reason why, probably. There seems to be plenty of weird surprises in crypto. CZ in Binance, CEO even says it, but building never fails. Keep building. That's what we see Cronos doing. That's what we see CZ doing. He is hiring more workers, 20 to 30 more percent of their workforce. They're bringing in this year because they're getting ready for the bull market, guys. It's inevitable that it's coming. It's extremely exciting. And Anthony Scaramucci, great price prediction from him. Look, there's a lot of crypto price predictions, but this is a very reasonable one. We expect Bitcoin and crypto to reach all-time highs in the next bull market, at least break past their previous all-time highs, whether that's a lot or a little. I think it's reasonable. So a $50,000 to $100,000 price prediction in 2 to 3 years falls right in line with the Bitcoin happening. This is why it's building. It's getting these bad players like FTX out of the equation. It's Binance is building, crypto.com and the Cronos chain is growing. A lot of new things coming with NFTs and a lot more things coming with metaverses in the future. It's still in the infancy, folks. And Blacksea, reasonable price prediction, right?
Yeah, that's super conservative. Especially 2 to 3 years. I mean, I'm predicting that 365 days leading the Bitcoin halving will be around like the 40K, so maybe even 50K, so that's super conservative.
Super conservative. Smash up the like button, guys. Smash it up right now. We got 72 viewers in the chat. I got to get at least 50 likes here. I know you can do it. If you're watching on your mobile phone, exit out of the chat, tap that like button, get back into the chat, guys. Appreciate all the support, Crow fam. But Binance also, guys, another reason Bitcoin could get to that 50,000, 100,000, and you know what, honestly, probably way more. Binance to let institutions store crypto with cold custody. Institutions, guys, the regulation piece, we're talking about it. That's coming. When that happens, the green light's out for everybody out there, the institutions, the regular investors out there like you and me out in the market. It's the green light for crypto. Institutions will be coming in a big way. Probably in the biggest way we've ever seen is really what I'm thinking. I mean, do you think this is the big wave or... am I saying this time it's different or I don't know?
I think that I think there's a great chance that this cycle isn't let's back up. I want to talk about that this time it's different thing because you know what? Every single time it is different. I will say that. Every single
Good
time
point.
it is different. Now the general trend is always the same. It has been so far based on the previous cycles. But I do think that if this bull run, I think things are going to be a lot different. I think the lay of the land is going to be a lot different. I think there's going to be way more mass adoption when it comes to institutions, even though there has been kind of this narrative saying like, oh, institutional investors are never going to touch crypto now with the whole FTX thing. But, I think that that's baloney. I really do. I think that they're going to come in and they're going to come in hot.
Yep. And Benny Blue Eyes, shout out, brother. Psh, Mooch prediction is low in his opinion. 75 to 100K at least, he says. You know what? We're with you. And
I agree with that.
Pistol Pete asked a great question right now. I'll let you take this one. He asked, thoughts on why people are saying that the crypto uptrend is a bear trap?
Well, I think he means is a bull trap because it's going to the upside. And, or he could be both ways. But I think I see a lot more people saying that it's a bull trap and that we're going to come to the downside. But, what I want to see is everybody thinking that because then that will really put us in a stage of disbelief. And when everybody thinks that the price of crypto is, oh, this is a fool's rally. We're coming down, guys. This is fake. They're just trying to take your money. Like, it's coming down. Usually that's when you just go up and up and up and up, and it doesn't come down for a while. So
Yep.
I think that's what a lot of people are saying. And honestly, I welcome it. I want more people to be saying that this is a bull trap.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying, Georgia Cryptos Are Us. He's another great YouTuber. He's huge, and he showed this chart. A lot of YouTubers are showing this chart. It's a great one, and we're not showing it here today, but we're in the disbelief phase. People right now think there's no way that Bitcoin's finally going back up. This is a fake out. People are saying it's a bull trap. People are saying it's still going to go to 10K. Look, it could, okay? It certainly could, but I'm going to give that very low odds, to be honest with you. Anything can happen. Scam weeks can happen. Black swan events can happen. But I believe we're in the disbelief phase, and I think that a lot of people are saying it ain't going to happen, it ain't going to happen, and those people are missing the opportunity to buy the bottom potentially. And I think you look for the point of most pain, and there would be quite a bit of pain for anybody that's missing out on the buying opportunity. Look, if you didn't buy at 16K, you're probably like, what did I do? Right now, you're probably sitting here panicking.
Yep.
Don't FOMO, guys. Don't FOMO in. Dollar cost average on a sturdy basis. If you believe it's going up over time, dollar cost average. But you know what I'm saying, Blacksea?
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That's why I dollar cost average. I dollar cost average starting after I think we reached about $40,000, actually probably about $30,000 of Bitcoin. So I've been DCAing back in for a while now. And in the previous cycle, before we reached the all-time high, I was DCAing in until about 40K off of the bottom. So, as long as you DCA and then you cut your DCA off and you DCA out at the appropriate times, that's the best way to do it personally. I know that other people have different strategies, but that's personally what I like to do to keep my emotions in check and keep my strategy in check.
Yep, and we'll be talking more about how we can keep our emotions and our strategies in check as this bull market gets started. We're not there yet. But I do think the bottom might be in. So let me know what you guys think in the chat. Man, this is a rowdy chat today. We're having a good time, Crow fam. So smash up the like for that. Michael Artezi, see you, brother. Thanks for joining us. Francisco Gabriel, good to have the squad. Be on the lookout, guys. Fear and greed index is at 51. We are in neutral. We've been in fear for a long, long time. When we're in a bull market, how much green do we see?
Yeah, you and I were just talking about this. I remember in the bull market we were playing around, I think maybe like the 60 to 70 range on the fear and greed index,
Yep.
and we were there for literally months.
Yep.
Like months and months and months. I do think that the fear and greed index is a good tool to use, but it's just like the RSI, like for saying if we're overbought or oversold on crypto. And people say, "Oh, we're getting to the top of the RSI, guys. Like it's gonna come down." Well, guess what? Sometimes it stays at the top of the RSI for 6-7 months.
Yep.
That sometimes happens, and that's called a bull market. You got to take all these tools and put them together. You can't just look at one thing.
Well
you need
said.
to pull your data from each individual tool and kind of just come up with your own thesis.
Yep, and we'll help you do it, guys. Subscribe to the channel. We will keep all this up to date. We're going to go through every bit of this. We're Tuesday, Thursday, every single Tuesday, Thursday at 5:30 Central Standard Time. And eventually, we're going to be a while till we get here, folks. But we will do these every day at some point. We will keep bringing you 4 videos every day, soon 5 videos every day. But guys, we will keep you up to date. That's what we want to do. Look at all these members in the chat, smashing up the emojis. Slay Maven, good to have you as a mod, brother. Good to have this Crow fam with us today. We got Benny Blue Eyes. We got all this Crow fam. Everybody's here with us. And guys, we're getting ready for this bull market. Look, we are currently at the bottom of a historical price range for Bitcoin. We will get back up to the top of this at some point, guys. So DCA for the long term. Be on the lookout. Follow us at the Crypto Report, guys. And if you do follow us at the Crypto Report, we are giving away a loaded lion at 25,000 subscribers. All you guys got to do is check us out on Twitter, retweet this tweet, follow us at the Crypto Report, and subscribe to this channel. And if you're a member, you get more opportunities and more entries towards this giveaway. And that's what we want to do for you guys. We are at 6.63K subs right now. When we get to 10K subs, we're also giving away $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. 80 viewers in the chat. How many likes do you think we can get smashed up before we end the stream,
Let's
Blacksea?
get 50 likes. Come on, let me be generous. Give us 50 likes.
Get some 50 like action. Looking for some questions, guys. That's pretty much all we got. I just want to see what other questions. Thanks, ER. Appreciate the support. Michael Artezi, good to have you. Crypto Puppet, thanks for the support. Tej, good to see you. Slay Maven. Guys, Blenny Blue Eyes asking, does anyone know how the Fear and Greed Index is calculated? Great question. I can tell you that it is calculated off of a mixture of emotions. They actually take Google Analytics, they take price analytics, they take inflows, they take a lot of metrics. And so the exact details of that, I don't have it, but I can tell you that it is a flurry and mush mash of a lot of data. And again, it's just a tool in the toolbox, to Blacksea's point. It's a tool in a toolbox. Don't make a big old long a bet on it. Don't short the market based on it. But maybe you can craft a DCA strategy around it potentially. I mean, again, it's a tool in a toolbox. Be careful with it, but it is something that's great to watch.
I will say, Michael Artezi has a question asking, why is CRO underperforming Bitcoin today? And I will say, honestly, CRO coin has been performing very, very well over the past few days. And if you really want to see CRO coin fly, then you need to see Bitcoin trade sideways, get a weekly candle closed above 19,500. And once Bitcoin trades sideways, guys, CRO is going to fly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, it kind of happens. Bitcoin starts it, altcoins follow. And it's similar to like NFTs, it's going to be like the coin that the NFTs are sold and bought on, the Cronos coin, the Solana coin, right? It pumps. Well, then after that pump exhausts, then the Solana NFTs would potentially go up, right? Same thing with Cronos, right? Cronos pumps, the loaded line floor prices came up afterwards. So these altcoins are the lagging, lagging the Bitcoin price, and the NFTs are lagging the ecosystem coin. So that's just kind of how we have it, guys.
Kind of like a trickle down effect is a good way to think of it. Like you fill Bitcoin up with water and it's on the top and it drips down into the bigger cap altcoins.
Yep.
Then those drip down to the smaller cap. And,
love it.
Yep.
And Nazar had a question as well. When do you stop DCAing? 25 cents, 50 cents, or 75 cents? It's not really a price target for me, actually, Nazar, to be honest with you. For me, I was actually talking with my mother about this today. I give my mom advice. I'm happy to do it. My family likes crypto. They're in, but it's new for them. I gave them advice, and I be careful. It's dangerous to give people advice. But so not financial advice, Nazar, but I'm looking at traditionally Bitcoin goes up and the bull market starts at the Bitcoin halving, right? And for a year after the Bitcoin halving, typically we have a bull market. And so if the Bitcoin halving comes out in March of 2024, then we're looking at potentially a year of price gains. And so I'm personally going to stop dollar cost averaging probably starting in the summer of 2024, maybe early spring, possibly. But definitely by the summer, and I'll be looking to take profits on CRO as well. Just because you're dollar cost averaging doesn't mean you can't take profits as well. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Blacksea, how about you?
I think that time will tell. We'll really have to see where we're at. 6 months from now, sure, we definitely are on a trend with crypto and the 4-year cycles and whatnot. But it's important to look at it underneath a microscope and also look at it from a bird's eye view, because you need to constantly be readjusting yourself and making sure your strategy is true. Yep.
And hey, Marty, you're asking, historically speaking, you feel like we'll end the year green, but do you think it's a fake out? It could be, right? So just, look at the longer trend, guys. Dollar cost average. We know the bull market's coming eventually. So just, sit tight. Dollar cost average. Only invest what you're willing to lose. Make sure you guys are diversified properly. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. That's really all we got, guys. We were cutting it out today. We got 82 likes. Smash up the likes to 60 before we end the stream, guys. That's all we got. That's really all we got. Blacksea, any parting words for this wonderful, beautiful pumping CRO fam?
Thank you for getting us to 50 likes. We did it. That's awesome.
We
Thank you
did
for
it.
watching, guys. We also have our private Discord, got NFT alpha, trading signals, and on top of that, we're going to give away NFT whitelist spots. So just become a member on Patreon or YouTube and you get access to that. And that's all I really got. Thank you so much for watching, guys.
Absolutely beautiful. Well said. Crypto fam, Crow fam, crypto reporters. I'm Crypto Kip. That was Blacksea. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash up the like button. Subscribe to the channel. And as always, you got to remember, guys, to DCA, HODL, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you next time.